Hi, why do adult children revolt against their parents and estrange them sometimes, especially when important decisions that concerns to their lives are about to take place? First of all, let's not forget that these children have been through a lot. Being adults in themselves is mostly from 18 years and above. So in their 18 years and above of life, they have been through a lot of things. They have seen a lot according to their age that has helped to shape their understanding of themselves and life in general. So now, those their experiences and the things they have been through, sometimes they cannot or will not be able to discuss such things with their parents, and their parents might not really know how matured they have become because of such experiences. Now, parents are coming from the point that their children are naive and innocent and could fall victims, while the children are coming from the point of, this my dad has no idea what I have been through and I still stand. Mommy here does not understand all the struggles that I have been through and I'm still standing today. So, with all those experiences, adult children tend to revolt with everything within them. They revolt, they stand their grounds and insist that it has to be their way or nothing else. Because of that, it creates a lot of tension between parents and their adult children. Now, let's look at some of the reasons why these children tend to stand their ground and insist that it has to be their way and nothing else. Number one thing is the fact that these adult children might not really understand fully the angle from which their parents are coming. When the parents are trying to make them see reasons as why things should be done in certain ways, these adult children, on the other hand, might not really understand, maybe because of their young age or the gap in the two generations, talking about the generation of their parents and the generation of those adult children. One of the reasons why they revolt with all their strength. Now, this brings us to the second point. Adult children particularly revolt against their parents is when they don't feel heard, when they feel that their parents are not listening to them, or they are being misunderstood or disrespected. It's a feeling. It might not really be what it is, but once they feel that, okay, they are taking, they are being belittled by the parents, they are not even being heard. They say it and the parents will just, be firm with their own ideologies and policies. Whenever an adult child feels like he or she is not being heard, is not being understood, or is not being respected, they tend to revolt against whatever it is that their parents are trying to, present to them as either advice or counsel. They revolt against it, and they revolt against it vehemently. Third, and I think the most important point as to why adult children often revolt against their parents is the yearning for independence. From all their lives, they feel like they have been told what to do and how to do it. And now they have come of age. They are now adults. They are matured. They want to feel independent and make their decisions without their parents interfering in their affairs. They want to be allowed to figure out things by themselves, for themselves, without being interfered by their parents, without being told what to do and how to do it. And this is where the rift often comes, because at that point, it doesn't matter what the parents are saying. They aren't even listening most of the time, because they are coming with their full defense, like it has to be my way or nothing else. This brings us to the next point. These adult children want to be responsible for themselves. They want to be responsible for the decisions they are about to take. They don't want it to be in such a way that they take a decision wholly because of what their parents suggested to them. They want to, when at the end of the day, everything is being said, they would either take the glory or take responsibility for the outcome of their decision. They don't want it to be in such a way that it will feel like is because your dad intervened, if not because your mom made one or two calls, that you wouldn't have been able to pull that through. They want to be responsible for whatever decisions they have taken, and they like that feeling. So it's one of the reasons why most times adult children revolt against their parents' counsels, against their parents' advices, and against their parents' policies, ideologies. So in our next video, we're going to be discussing how to handle such situations, how both parents and their adult children can walk through that transitional stage of the adult children's life. That is to say, how can parents cope with the transition of their adult children into full adulthood, especially when it comes to their decision making and the adaptability to whatever counsel that is coming from the parents, without anybody feeling hurt, anybody feeling disrespected, and anybody feeling unheard. Thank you so much. If you have watched this video to this point and it has given you, even if it is 2% of value, please kindly share to people that you think might need it. Thank you very much for stopping by. Yes, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.